Welcome back, where we're honoring National Arab American Heritage Month. And Ibrahim, we went over that history, of course, before with what makes Southeast Michigan a melting pot for Arabs all across the country. But there are some Arab Americans making history by taking homemade meals and serving them to the homeless right here.
Yeah, that's right, Ahmed. And of course, it's all happening in Dearborn, home to the largest proportion of Arab Americans in the country.
From picking up food to preparing.
Mariam, where did you want the mac?
It's an open box of cereal.
I can ask if they have hummus.
And packing it up.
Like this. I can put the meals in my trunk, and then I have some drinks in the bag.
Helping Handzzz.
Follow us at the Helping Handzzz with 3 Z's.
Not only are showing up at doors.
So I just knock on the door.
In Dearborn.
You think it's on the porch again?
But are taking those leftover home-cooked meals.
And when people see you guys come pick up this food, knowing what you guys are doing with it, I guess what are their reactions?
A lot of it is Allah ya'tikum al-afiyah. You guys are doing a great job. I mean, it's been 7 years, so a lot of people know kind of what we do now.
To those who don't have one.
Hello. We have a meal for you if you're interested.
Growing up, I was always taught, like, when there's someone at the corner, to just give them what you have in the car, like, just to kind of support them. My dad would give me the money to the back seat, and I would give it. Like, it was something that was really special to me. And oh, that's good for the homeless. I'll take that. Thank you.
With more than $400 billion of food thrown away in the U.S. every year.
Don't throw away your food. You know, it's really bad to throw away rice, anything, to be honest.
Rice, bread, food in general, and everything.
Founder Nadine Daoud says finding a way to feed people.
Where'd you guys put the meals? In my trunk?
Food that often goes untouched.
These are buns. Oh, I guess we can pass that out too.
Or ends up being too much.
A lot of food.
May seem like a far-fetched idea.
Did we start starting 17?
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier.
No, 17.
But during the month of Ramadan.
Is there anything I can help you with?
I'm trying to put that stuff away.
You're donating these?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can move them over.
Helping families.
Follow me, I'm the leader.
Comes first.
We have really big dinners in my grandma's basement every year for Ramadan, and a lot of food would get left over, so I said, let me just take them downtown, and I just threw like an Instagram post saying, hey, if anyone has anything that you guys didn't touch, like I'll take it with me, and then it just got blown up.
An idea Nadine says began with a text.
Pretty much every night you guys get text message of here's the houses you need to go to, and then that's pretty much where every house that you hit up.
Yeah, basically.
And now has turned into
We have a new volunteer.
an entire team of volunteers willing to help.
She's an ICU nurse, he's a volunteer.
Oh, okay.
I'm the guy that comes every night.
While most families are done breaking bread and getting ready for bed, folks like Daoud Wahbi
So basically, what we do whenever we come and sort everything, we kind of designate each car.
and Hussein Sarini
Hey, this is some nice Tupperware. I think we should bring it back.
are out on the road,
Oh my gosh, same house. I just went around the block.
checking their phone and seeing if anyone
735. I think that is the address.
is home.
The food was waiting for us.
When they're done, their next run is ready at the mosque.
Where we drive to about 15 to 20 houses, and we also get drop-offs to the mosque, and we go ahead and make meals for the homeless people in the shelter.
All good to go?
Thank you. God bless
Thank you, guys.
It's time to hop on the road
So now we're what? We're in Greektown.
and deliver meals
So in each package, I like to put like a rice, a protein, a vegetable, and we love to throw a dessert on the side.
The other day we gave this guy right here a bag of gummy worms. A bag.
Oh, wow.
The next day, he said he ate them all.
to those
He was so
His birthday is April 17th.
Yeah, but we make sure to get him something sweet, and we'll tell him. We sing him every birthday.
who need it most.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It doesn't matter what race you are, you know, where you come from, how you were raised. If you're human, you deserve to have a full stomach, and that was what we were all about.
Reporting for CBS News Detroit.
Y'all be safe. You too, brother.
Thank you.
I'm
You guys have to do hands. Good, you do.
Ibrahim Samra.
Now that was an amazing story.
That's
One
awesome.
that you guys spearheaded from the very beginning. This was the first time you guys ever watched that. And of course, before, I should probably introduce who these guys are.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably a good idea.
What's your story?
Nadine
You can do
Daoud.
that.
Nadine Daoud, who is the founder of Helping Handzzz with 3 Z's.
Yes.
And of course, Sada Abdullah, who obviously had a lot to do with putting this thing together. And for you, Nadine, I want to know your reaction after watching that.
I mean, it's so surreal. We do this every night, but to see it all like in one shot, we do a lot, but I mean, alhamdulillah, I couldn't be more blessed to have that opportunity, and God gives us the energy to keep going and not feel it all the time, but definitely a lot of work goes into it, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
I mean, this is so I've never seen something like this before.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I can speak for everybody when it's just like the hearts of gold
Aw.
for both of you
Thank
right here. I
you.
mean,
Thank
so you go forward with this. I mean, this is a huge thing every single time you do it. I mean, and it seems like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I know, that's
yeah.
so true. Yeah, you know, the other day a volunteer actually mentioned, like, how do you feel now that it's this big? And I stood for a sec, I'm like, you know what, I never really thought of it like that. I don't think I achieved much, to be honest. I feel like this is just why I was put here, and God assigned this to me, so no matter what comes my way, to be honest, it was just already planned, and it feels like it's made for me and it's right for me. So I don't feel like I achieved anything. I feel like we all came together and we just made this happen, and we're just doing God's work.
You know, and as a person in the passenger seat watching that all unfold, this happens after iftar, after people are done fasting. You guys have about 30 minutes to eat and then get to the mosque and then really disperse and get your mission going. And it didn't end till about 12:30 at night, you know? And so I guess my question for you guys is, I mean, just as a person watching that, you guys were singing to folks happy birthday. I mean, where does that all come from? I mean, for you, Sada, I mean, seeing that all come together, and as a person who is a part of this mission, how does that make you feel when you see those smiles on people's faces?
Oh yeah, it's the most amazing feeling. Like, we go into this, we've been doing this for 7 years now. It started off with just a few of us, and now it's become this big thing. And like, those people that we see every night are literally, like, they turn into family. Like, we see them every day throughout the whole month. Some of them we've been seeing repeatedly year after year. And it's just like, they see us, they're like, oh, the Helping Handzzz is here. They're so excited, and they'll say happy Ramadan, and they'll say all these cool things. And it's amazing, it really is.
And that was the post-iftar mission. There's also a pre-iftar mission, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, so our pre-iftar mission, every year we try to get sponsors to sponsor a family in our community that needs help. So what goes on is you're able to message us on our page and say, I want to sponsor our family this year, and then we go ahead and put you on the list on our calendar, and you go ahead and order a meal from a restaurant nearby and pay for it, and then everything else is up to us. We'll go ahead and send a volunteer over to pick that up and then send it over to the family right before we break our fast, so they have something to eat.
Ahmed, I have a question for you. Do you know what the 3 Z's stand for? In Helping Handzzz?
Let's see.
With how late it is at night, I'm going to assume people are sleeping or something.
I think you cheated. He probably overheard me talking about it in his room earlier.
He told me beforehand.
Well, besides the fact that the handle was actually taken, we had to come up with something really creative. And before, when it was long summer nights, because Ramadan goes back 10 days every year, it was really long nights. We were there until 1:32 in the morning, you know, 7 years back. So I just came up with this creative thing with the 3 Z's that represents us working at night while everyone else is sleeping.
And one
Really
thing
cool.
you guys mentioned on that night is, especially Sada, you talked about, you know, this is something that you guys want to hopefully expand bigger than Southeast Michigan or just the Metro Detroit area.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is something that, I mean, Nadine and I always talk about her vision for the Helping Handzzz, and like, we always talk about one day we're going to open up our own shelter called the Helping Handzzz, and it'll be with 3 Z's, and it'll be something that way we can kind of get everyone into one centralized place. We can help them out there, give them something to eat, somewhere to sleep at night, and hopefully even set them up with jobs and whatever else we can potentially help with.
Yeah, the mission will continue, like with the whole drop-off and repurposing this food. We will hope to get that food dropped off straight to that shelter where we're still using and utilizing that food that just gets forgotten about.
And we got 2 stars that are in the studio that I want to come up right now because they also help put this thing together. And hopefully they can hear me. Come on up, come on up.
My bestie.
And tell us, for those who don't know, tell us who these individuals are and why they are so important to your team.
Yeah, so Daoud hopped on with us 7 years ago. He's my brother's best friend, but you know, he hopped on and he hasn't left my side since. And then we have Mariam here who hopped on a couple years ago, but she's made the biggest difference for us as well. So we're so grateful to have any new faces, but especially these two on my side every year.
And before we let you guys go, if anyone wants any more information, how to volunteer, how to donate food, what could they what could they do?
Yeah, so we have an Instagram handle called the Helping Handzzz with the 3 Z's at the end. So you're welcome to follow our page and ask us any questions that you guys might have, especially if you want to donate or volunteer for us. And then we also just launched our TikTok account with the same handle. We're trying to, get out there and get more exposure because we hope to help more than just our Metro Detroit community. We're trying to really take it out there and move this blueprint to other states and cities as well.
Amazing.
Thank you,
Absolutely
guys.
amazing. Thank you, both
Yes.
of you, all for coming on. For coming on in. See, I think I can speak for all of us that what you're doing is seriously, it's just gold.
Thank
Truly
you.
amazing.
Thank you so
Truly
much.
amazing stuff.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, so when we come back, we're going to be joined by a Dearborn Public Schools official for a closer look at the future now of Arab American heritage in Southeast Michigan. We'll be right back.